morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me today. My name is Peter. Welcome back to another episode of Invest with Peter Hart. So today I'm going to be talking about, the US election and how it's going to probably, fingers crossed, impact us investors and my prediction for the election. I know some of my friends will be probably waiting now, like, let's see what this guy's going to talk about the US election and all that, because I always, pick up my favorite, I won't say favorite, but my preferred president. So, and it's been sometimes right, sometimes wrong, but well, we'll see what happens this time. Okay, so guys, if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm a YouTuber, but this is not my 9 to 5. I just come once in a while to drop my little hints and off I go again. All right, so please, if you're not seeing me often, please bear with me. All right, I'm gonna keep on improving and bringing my video to you. Subscribe to the channel, help the channel to grow. If you have any comments, any question, please don't hesitate to put your comment in the comment section and I'll be there to answer your question. So now let's go straight to the how will this election impact investors around the world? First of all, right, my prediction is I'm still gonna predict who I think may eventually win the election, but let's talk about how it might affect or impact our portfolio, because we are investors, right? First of all, right, if the election result is not announced on the 5th in the night US time, on the 6th or on the 7th, there's gonna be trouble in the market. There'll be turbulence, because that means, uncertainty, which the market don't really want. Market don't like uncertainty. And whenever there's uncertainty in the market tends to go down. Now, some counties in US are saying they will not be able to release the result until after 13 days after the election. I don't know how, 21st century, while a county will be telling us even before the election that they may not be able to release the person who win from their own area up until like 2 weeks after the election. Things like these shouldn't be, it's not heard of, in this century, 24th century, right? 21st century. 2024, we should be able to automate election results. By midnight, the night of the election, everybody knows who is the next president. So if they cannot give us the winner of the election by the 5th, 6th, and probably the 7th day after the election, then I think there's fire on the mountain. So that is when we might see some, asset going down. Crypto may probably start going down because everybody will be worried. Investors will be worried. Wall Street will be worried. And some big money will be like, well, if I'm not safe in this area, people will start taking their money out. And once they start taking their money out, market will go down. But the smart investors are actually sitting on tons of money now to start investing once that drawdown happen. That's why, as of recent, we've been seeing the market going green, and everybody is saying, oh, well, it's election time. Every election year, market is always green. Well, it may be another thing entirely in 2 weeks' time, but I will probably advise, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to buy, sell, or hold. Please seek a financial advisor. So I'm not advising you to buy, sell, or hold anything. I'm just saying the probability of the market going down, if I put that if there, the result is not announced by the 6th and 7th of November, is very high. The probability of the market going down by those days are very high. The result is not out there. Now, let's look at the momentum, right? Let's talk about Kamala Harris' campaign. Kamala Harris' campaign has been, all over the place, from being booed at Houston, to going to Michigan, the Democrats in Michigan turning around saying they're going to be voting for the Republican candidate this time. It's been turbulent, right? This lady has been going all over the place. She's bringing celebrities to start helping with the campaign. and all that stuff, because Americans are saying they can't get enough information from this woman. She's not telling us what she's going to be doing. She's not actually saying economic, ideas, what she's going to be putting out there for investors to, not investors, for the citizens. Sorry, I'm putting investors in the position of citizens now, for the citizens to understand our perspective. So most people don't even know our perspective. They don't know what our economic plan is. And some, Democrat voters are thinking, well, I might probably go with the Republican this time because I don't know this woman. I don't know what she's up to. I don't know what the economy is going to be. And at the moment now, they are still in the government, right? Joe Biden, the president, Kamala Harris, vice president. So this is their government, and the inflation has actually destroyed so many businesses, and people can't afford to buy what they used to buy cheaper at a particular price. So people are complaining, and this is making this election very, very important for the Americans, right? So the campaign has been all over the place. She was booed last week, a couple of days ago, and people asking questions like, they are, made a mistake. Is Democrats, actually going to win this election this time around and all that. So there's so many information out there. You can go on YouTube and see all that. Well, that's not what we're talking about today. Now let's talk about the Republican. The Republican candidate Donald J. Trump, right? He's been getting the momentum from escaping 2 times assassination attempt to getting, sued to, court, convicted of these cases. They are chasing him out, chasing after him and all that stuff. This guy has been getting momentum from, other religion group, from, the Catholics, from the evangelicals, from Muslim American, from Indian, from the, Latinos, and from, African American men. They're actually, supporting Donald J. Trump at this time. And I believe, looking at this situation at this time, and also, polls are showing that Donald J. Trump is leading every swing state from Pennsylvania, Nevada to Arizona, Michigan, and Georgia. These are the places that actually Joe Biden won last election. So now things are changing, and even the mail-in ballot is coming in, and they actually discovered that the Republican is having 1 or 2 points ahead of Kamala Harris at this level, which is not actually, common, because normally Republicans always come out on the day of election to vote for their presidential candidate, right? But now the Republicans are actually changing the times now. They're actually, sending mail ballots early enough and all that stuff, because 20 million votes has already been casted as ads today that I'm recording this video. And also, we're actually looking at a momentum change when Donald J. Trump went to Joe Rogan podcast. And if you can see, I'm not campaigning for any candidate, but I'm just telling you, as an investor, we need to watch carefully, because there's no way, if you're investing, you need to understand the politics and the perspective or the candidate that is out there, because whatever these people actually decide to do will affect my portfolio and your portfolio as an investor. So we need to look at what these people are actually talking about. Now, Harris is not talking about what she's going to be doing, how she's going to, help the economy to, from the rubbish level or from the ground level that it is at the moment to, to a better place. But J. Trump has been saying, well, first of all, tariff, cars coming from China, cars coming from Mexico, 100% tariff, American made, American this, American first, right? So a candidate like that, you should know that it's going to be American first if he becomes the next United States president, right? So how is it going to help us as investors, right? If you watch the Joe Rogan podcast, he mentioned about the liquid gold, and all the podcasts J. Trump has done, he always talk about oil. You want to drill, right? So as an investor, you want to start looking at all these oil companies, Chevron, Shell, Occidental, Devon, and all these companies. You want to start looking at it, because if Trump emerges as the president, these companies are going to skyrocket, because America will be drilling. That's what he believes. He knows this is the last 4 years of him being a president, if he becomes the president. So he want to drill, make the economic better and all that for the Americans and all that stuff. So he made mention of the liquid gold. We need to watch closely the oil company. Also, he made mention of the cheap companies as well. He said Taiwan has taken most of the chips from American companies into their country, and that is not going to be the same case when he becomes the president. So now the cheap companies in America, these companies are going to do well because there's going to be tariff on the chips coming from Taiwan and all that. The American chip making companies, they're gonna be, GPU making companies, Nvidia, AMD, and all of the ones around that. They will do better in Donald J. Trump's government. So we need to look closely and all this. And America, Donald J. Trump like the utility companies as well. So utility companies are gonna do well. You want to start looking at what are the companies that are gonna do better in each candidate's government. For Kamala Harris, nobody knows what is going to do better. It's going to be continuity of Joe Biden, even though the inflation is coming down at this level. But I don't expect any improvement coming from Kamala Harris. Just going to be continuation of Joe Biden for the next 4 years. But Donald J. Trump brings different things to the table. He actually promised to stop the war between Russia and Ukraine, the war between Israel, Lebanon, in Gaza, and all that stuff. These are the things that we need to start looking at. And weapon making companies are not going to be happy because they're actually making money from these wars, and that is what Donald J. Trump promised to stop and all that stuff. So expect American first. Well, I wish you guys best of luck out there if you're voting. I'm not United States, I'm in United Kingdom, so I'm not American citizen, so I'm not allowed to vote. I know the candidate I'm going to vote for if I am in the America. So now, I'm just going to say, be very careful. Just don't rush into the market the weeks that precede the election. Be very, very careful. Market is green at the moment, but any little thing can, cause a panic in the market, and market is going to sell off. If I were you, I'm going to fold my hands. If I have some cash left aside, then when market turns around, if the result is not announced early enough, market is going to go down. Then you can take advantage of that. Buy the bigger company, the company that will do better in these two governments. I know the company that will do better regardless are the utility companies, right? The likes of Walmart, General Electric. These are the companies that will do well. Companies like Apple will do well as well regardless. This big company, Microsoft, will do well regardless of whoever become the president of the United States of America. So I'm just going to say, be safe out there. Thank you very much for your support. I'll bring you another video very soon, maybe before the election or a couple of days before the election, and we'll take it from there. Thank you very much for your support. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you some other time. Bye for now.